Good morning, Michelle. How are you doing today? I'm trying to work on something here at the same time. See some people are jumping in already. It's good. Just bear with me. Hello, Michelle K. Good morning. We got 13 people in here right now. Dilarkin finally made a live chat. Welcome. I got to turn the audio off here. Hold on. I'm trying to work on something at the same time. We're streaming on my Jeanette. Good morning, afternoon. KS, hello. We're on my cell phone here, and I'm trying to pull it up on my laptop so I can actually watch the stream. Either that or I got to put it up on my big A television. Billy Huffman. Hello, Will. Good morning. Good morning to you, too. I hope you are all doing fine this morning. I'm getting there. Computer and internet's being a little bit slow. That's why we're on my cell phone this morning, streaming. I am doing fine. My foot still hurts, but trying to make sure the notifications. Mel, good morning, Mel. Trying to make sure all the notifications get sent out here on Twitter and everywhere. Alan, good morning, sir. How are you? You see me. Good. Okay. Probably a little bit of it. Yeah, there's a little bit of delay, but Grace Stewart, hi, Will. It's Will and Grace. I missed that show. I actually liked Will and Grace. It was a good show. Judah from Sydney, Australia. Welcome. Meredith, Al. I got a smudge on my screen there on the laptop. Tamilo. Good morning. I'm new to your channel. I'm very grateful to be here live with you and hope your foot gets better soon. So do I. Meredith. Now that school is starting, I'll be able to make live shows. I'm glad everyone can make it. No, YouTube, I do not want a free premium trial. It keeps on popping up on my laptop, even though I have pop-ups turned off. Ramona, good morning. Good morning, Ramona. So we got 22 people in here right now is what it's showing here on my computer. Want to do a quick little side thing here. Want to welcome all the new subscribers to the channel who have joined in the last week. Victoria Myers, Melissa Doyle, Lindsay Turner, Michelle Baker, Jacob Sabata, Andrew Hondo, Tom Price, Wendy Larson, Man of the Moon, Michelle Jefferson, Jax Rabbit, Robert Townsend, Jacqueline Andrews, Jacqueline Admins, Vinya Jane Vinland, Mr. Rollins, Tamara Highskill, Anthony Paez, Lori Pooh, Sybil Greenbaum, Dora Espinoza, Sinead Connell, Aljahaja Garcia, Nika Chica, United as One, Caitlin Elliott, Anna Dupree, Candace Davis, Jessica Rosenfeld, Colleen Scribber, Dave Schrack, Ryan Jackson, Bob Rand, Steve Ryan, Scott Lasher, Mike Potter, Stephen Osawag, John Carter, Jefferson Michaels III, William Fedler, Robert Giles, and Hendo Masagua. Welcome to all of you to my channel. I'm really sorry if I butchered any of your names. I really am. I am not good at pronouncing certain names, I guess. Uh-oh. Mel Randy ate your chocolates? I'm sorry, Mel. Black Rose, welcome. Grace Stewart, welcome. One more piece of business, I guess. I would like to say goodbye to Michelle Embry. She hasn't passed. She just dropped as a Patreon supporter of mine this morning. So it happens. People, drop their patronage for different reasons. Mel loves a lava lamp. I won that in a golf tournament. Thank you, Mel. Give this video a thumbs up. Well, I've already gotten one thumbs down. It's good to see that my haters are here as well. I don't understand people. For those who follow me and are part of the Facebook group, I'll never understand. You've seen in my posts from this past week, but I still can't confirm that it's real or if it's not. But I wouldn't be surprised one bit if it is real. Joanne Lockwood. Good morning, Joanne. I don't know what time it is in land down under. I think it was. See, it's got to be quite a distance. Tickled that like button. Thank you. From Sweden, bravo to you. Welcome. It's 12:17 a.m. in the evening. Wow. Yeah, I know there's quite a bit of time difference. Tried to join in a live stream the other night. Turns out I was, I thought it was going to be like a couple hours, or maybe it was the next day and it was the morning there. I was wrong. Very wrong. I'm going to have to get a calendar and put it up on the wall where the different time zones. Hi from Greeley, Colorado. Jennifer Slate. Welcome. My sister lives in Greeley. Well, she's actually closer to Fort Collins, but she's in between there. Pretty area. 10:48 p.m. here, and trying to get the kids to sleep. Good luck with that, Mel. 1248 in Sydney. Louise Brown, welcome. Jeanette Kenham, it's 3:38 p.m. there. Your bro lives in Fort Collins. He loves it there. Happy Saturday, Will. Dana Schmida. Schmida. I should have worn my shirt this morning. I just got it the other day. My Schmida shirt. 847 in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I've been. I don't think I've been there. No, wait. No, I don't. I've never been to Colorado Springs, unless that's where the hot spas are at. Michelle K. It's 10:49 a.m. her time. It's awesome and sadly no. Corpus Christi, Texas. A little bit of Sandra. Why? Oh, okay, now I have that song in my head. Was that the Swing Daddies or whatever? Who the hell was that sang that song? Oh well, it'll come to me later. 10:50 in Fort Knox, Kentucky. Good morning, Glenda Adams. 9:47 there. Jaxie Jack W. Oh. Good morning, Grace Stewart. I'm in the process of moving from California to Nevada. California is so expensive now. I'm drowning in debt. Grace Stewart, I totally understand that. Where I live here in Washington State, we are seeing a massive influx of people who are leaving the state of California to get the hell away from the taxes and property and everything else. Just costs way too much there for what you can buy in in certain areas that cost like $1 million. You can get here for about 100,000, 150,000. It's ridiculous. Been watching your post. What happening your way? Don't let the thumbs down upset you. You're doing fine. Focus on having fun. Joanne, thank you very much, and I will. I try not to cherry poppin' daddies. That's what it was. Thank you, Grace. But yeah, now the song's back in my head. It was starting to leave. But yeah, I try not to let it bother me. I don't want to get sucked into this, fight over Mambo number 5. Thank you, Mambo. A little bit of Sandra. You gotta make sure that's stuck in my head forever. Mambo song by Lou Bega. Lou Bega, Jesus. Okay, now the song's gonna be stuck in my head forever. But all right, back to what I was saying. I'm trying not to get sucked into this channel fight bickering. They're going on back and forth, Joanne. And the haters, they really want to drag me into it. I just stay away from it. I got better things to do with my time. No, a little bit of Sandra, I'm not going to sing it. I can't sing. There are 2 things in this world I can't do. I can't do brain surgery and I can't sing. I probably could do brain surgery if somebody showed me how to do it though. But I don't think they can make this voice sing. Every time I go to karaoke with my friends, which is very, very, very extremely rare. I always sing Frosty the Snowman. Yeah. I have a hard time remembering the words and singing to my son nursery rhymes. I'm not kidding. I was trying to remember the words to "Rockabye Baby" the other night, and I'm like, love Frosty. Hi from South Burlington, Vermont. 10:56 a.m. Half of the famous singers can't sing. That's why auto-tune was invented. I hate auto-tune, Ruthie. I really do. Sue Damas, good morning. You can't do brain surgery either? You pronounce it Dumas, right? I have a really good friend with the last name of Dumas. Actually, they're twins. Nope. From Scotland. Lynn Wilkins, welcome. Tammy Kittrell. Kittrell. Thank you very much. Domas. Domas. Not Dumas. So you don't pronounce the U. Okay. Duma. Yeah. I get lucky most days I can pronounce my own name right. Thank you, Ramona. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Caitlin Young, welcome. I will keep shining. Be the beacon of light in a dark internet. Afternoon, sir, from UK Warrington. I sing either. You can't sing either. Ken Wrench, welcome. Thank you, Dana Schmida. I appreciate it. Glad you catch these. Billy Huffman, what's for breakfast? Don't know. We're going out for breakfast. Gonna go to a friend of mine owns a local. It's a restaurant, but he's only open for breakfast and lunches. He doesn't do dinners. So we're gonna go there, spend some money locally. He's been voted top breakfast restaurant. I think 4 years running or 3 years running now. No, yeah, 3 years, because this will be the fourth year if he gets it this year. Black Rose, I'm on a single income. I own a condo, and I can't believe what my condo is going to sell for. What I can get in Nevada for the price is unbelievable, so much more affordable. Yeah, Grace Stewart, I'll tell you a little something about condominiums. So quite a few years back, I owned a condo in the Seattle, Washington area. I bought that condo before I went into the United States Marine Corps. And I think I paid $115, it was like right around $120,000 is what I paid for the condo. When I sold it, it sold for just over $390,000. I had it for 7 years. I was just like, what? And I sold that cheap. It got so expensive. I was spending more. The cost was more for me to commute from the suburbs of Seattle to downtown every day and pay for parking than what I was paying in my condominium fees and electricity. And I was just like, why am I even doing this? I'm never getting anywhere. I'm just cycling the money from me to everybody else. Christina's Journey, good morning. Rain Dancer, good morning, Rain Dancer. Yeah. Hopefully your ex stays in Nevada. Two months ago. Ginger Anderson, good morning. And whatever you want to talk about, Ginger. Is there something you have a question about or you'd like to talk about? These live streams I do every Saturday at 8 a.m. are open Q&A. Ask whatever you want. Got questions? Their topic you want to talk about? Bring it up. If everybody wants to talk about that, that's what we talk about. This is just me talking with my friends. My friends and supporters here on YouTube. That's all it is. Keep it real. Rain Dancer preparing for Nomad. Preparing the Nomad, huh? Gianna Marie, good morning. Great kid is asleep. Now I can have volume. Joy Tucker, good morning. Your granddaughter had a meltdown. I've been pretty lucky so far. My 3-year-old hasn't had a meltdown in the grocery store. He had one at the department store. But it happens. It happens, Joy. Savina Baca, good morning. Kindness Cake, good morning. Oh, of course we can. Kindness, talk about whatever you want. If you want to talk about crime or whatever. It's an open forum, ladies and gentlemen. If there's something that you want to talk about, bring it up. Any Christopher Watts news? Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. I don't know of anything new on the Christopher Watts case. Nothing that I'm going to be covering. But thank you for asking, though. Pray for Florida. Yeah, they're about to get messed up, aren't they? Tina Hansen just watched the Ashley MacArthur trial. I have Tina Hansen. I have not watched any of that. I've been sent quite a few people have sent me links and stuff to. They wanted me to cover it, but I haven't had a chance to. I've been very busy doing other cases. I've been following a couple cases out of where people have hired hitmen to eliminate someone else. One was a doctor who tried to eliminate his attorney and another attorney who he lost a court case with. He was going to kill both of them, and then a lady who hired a hitman to kill her lover's wife, and she tried to do that with Bitcoin. Tina Jones is her name. Ginger Anderson, it is pretty much closed. It is to me. I mean, I don't see any reason to keep on talking about it or rehashing it. I really didn't even want to make the video about the movie that was coming out about the Christopher Watts case story. I didn't even want to do that, but I was asked quite a few times for my opinion on it from viewers and subscribers and supporters on Patreon. So I did make it, and I released it on Patreon before I released it to the general public. So that's why there's a delay between when I actually was able to verify the information and when it actually posted on my channel the other day. Billy Huffman. It's being made by A&E, who owns. Okay, so A&E is the parent company, and below them is the Lifetime Network, which is your another cable channel, but they're owned by A&E. All right, so you have A&E, then you have the Lifetime channel, and down below you have Sun Newer, Neewer, Newer. They are the production company down below, and they works with Paramount and United Artists. So A&E, Lifetime, so on down but A&E is the top dog. Tina, of all the cases that I've done and I've read about, the one case that really seriously got to me and really pissed me off to no avail, sorry for my language there, was Casey Anthony. How she got away with that and how she could be so cold. I can't believe it. And I'm almost speechless to this day. How she can be so freaking cold-hearted. And I think she's either writing a book or she's making a movie or she's doing both. Terry Furman, in this case. Caleb Brewer, welcome. Good morning. Where is James Holmes or Austin Sig? Don't know. I'm not. Neither one of those are ringing a bell for me. Caleb Brewer. Yeah. Kindness cake. Sweetheart, it's never going to help me. When I was in Iraq, I was in an IED explosion, and I breathed in flames. So the top part of my left lung is permanently scarred. And if I lay on my back, I can't breathe all that well. I have to elevate, my head just to sleep at night. But I'm only dealing with 1 1.25 lungs the way it is now. Yeah, I do cough, and it doesn't help that I smoke on top of it. Which one's going to kill me first? All the crap that it happened to me when I was younger, and the abuse that I put my body through, or everything else out here that I do to myself. At Danish Schmied. Well, thank you, Rain Dancer. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's true, Tina. At least she's in prison. It's where Casey Anthony belongs, though. At her 6 feet under. Kaylin Young, does it do any good to report vicious content on YouTube? Yes, you can report it. You can flag it if it's abusive, and it has to meet certain contexts. But if it does, you can definitely report it. And right now, they are in the process, from what I read, according to the CEO's letter to YouTube creators, that they are in the process of working on channel-to-channel hate, bullying, and other types of harassment that is out there. Will they ever do it? Will they ever put any muscle behind it? I don't know. I mean, look, think about how long YouTube has been around. They just recently filed their first lawsuit against a troll. The man had 15 different accounts, and he was harassing people to no end. They knew about it, and they let it continue for years, close to actually 5 years from what I read from the court case and the filings. And they just now are getting around to dealing with that. I mean, if you know something is happening for 5-6 years, why would you wait so long to actually deal with it? The only reason why they're doing it now is because they've made enough money, and they're like, well, you know what? Let's do a little bit of PR. It's more public relations than anything else. They don't really want to put any stock in it. I mean, I've got a list over here of channels that have walked away. They're never going to come back to YouTube. Net content and these people's voices will never be back on the platform because they were harassed on and off the platform. A direct violation of YouTube's policies, but YouTube never did anything to stop it. They knew exactly who was doing all this, but they never did anything. Excuse me. Grace Stewart, she pisses me off too. Hold on a second. I gotta be right back. Sorry. I was looking at my monitor over here on the side, and I had somebody at the front door. Good morning, Rick Hansen. You just talked about conspiracy by mentioning it. What was that? Nola Chick, good morning. Did I miss anybody else? Vanilla Rose from Cape Town, South Africa. Good morning. I'm doing fine, Vanilla Rose. I hope you are as well. And thank you for joining us this morning. You ate him? Who? Who are we talking about, Rick? Blooming accents. True. Yeah, Mel Mel and I, we're nice. We're a little bit off of our rockers, but we're nice. BTK. You watched the documentary on BTK? Crazy for sure. It wasn't a documentary on BTK, but it was kind of like one of those made for news reports, like 2020 or Dateline or whatever it was. Heck, it might have been with Chris Hansen for all I know. But they're talking about the BTK killer. If it wasn't for the fact that he bragged to the authorities and did some of the things that he did, they probably never would have caught him. Yeah, they do, Mel. They do spoil it for us, but we just keep on doing what we're doing. There's Linda K listening, another awesome channel. She's doing great things over on her channel as well. And good morning, Linda. And let's not forget True Crime Loser over in his channel, the Schmieda family. So that's 5 right there. 5 good channels that are I hope we outweigh the negatives that are on the platform. You meant the Zodiac. Watched Holly Bobo documentary last night. Never heard about it before. Neither have I. Bloomington accents. Blooming act. No, I want to say Bloomington. I'm sorry. I'm from Minnesota. Linda K. Listening could tell you about this. But every time I see Blooming, I for some reason my mind just clicks Bloomington. I'm sorry about that though. If I do say it again, I don't mean to. I'll look into that. I will. The Holly Bono case. I'll look into that one. Thank you, Black Rose. I appreciate it. You're in Indianapolis. There's Barnus Fahrenheit. Welcome. Long time no see. I hope you are well. There's Molly. Molly Cote. She's in San Diego. Love your channel. Thank you, Molly. I appreciate it. I got sent a link to another channel this morning. I have to go check out. Rick Hansen, another framed OD by the CIA. Well, I'm glad you're here too. Yeah, there's something definitely wrong with her, Meredith. I I don't know if she's human, obviously, but there. I'm not a psychiatrist, or, someone who studied psychology. When I come across these cases, a lot of times I try to get feedback from my wife because she's working on her doctorate in psychology, and it's I don't understand why people do the things that they do, but I do find it interesting. That's what it really drew me to true crime. I was trying to figure out why um, people do the things that they do. What would make someone want to annihilate their entire family, kill their children, their wife, and everything, and then just act like nothing happened? Thank you, Tina. Adrian Best, where is Timmy Jones Jr. held at now? Adrian Best, Timothy Jones Jr. is on death row, where he will be until he dies. Most likely take about 15 to 18 years, somewhere in there, before he exhausts all his appeals, and then it all depends on the state if they finally do put him to death. Oh yeah, Linda. I don't think any of us could think like them. Oh, oh. Well, thank you for the super chat, Joy. I appreciate it. You did? You had your fourth tattoo done yesterday, Joy? That's cool. And if you follow me on Twitter or the Facebook group, you by doing the super chat, you just it automatically gives a shout out to you on Facebook and Twitter. And the lag, I'm watching it over here and over another monitor over here. It's starting to lag. Blue Mermaid, do I have any tattoos? Yes, that would be an answer. The answer is yes there, Blue Mermaid. Rick Hansen, 37. Is that a tat? I've got pretty much my entire forearm left on the left side covered. I've got one on my upper shoulder here, one on my back, one on my upper leg, one on my ankle, one on my hand. Can't really see it right there. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. You can't imagine the time and date that you're going to die. I couldn't imagine either, Adrian. I couldn't either. Rice, is that an O or a 4? I'll give you a shout out. Welcome. I think that's an O. No, that's an O. Molly, I will talk about everything except for what I do for a living, and I have to keep some things confidential. But thank you for asking, sweetheart. I really do appreciate it. But I will respectfully decline talking about what I do for a living. Lori K, welcome. How's the son doing? Linda K, cute as ever. Rambunctious. What do you say about a 3-year-old? Everything is a learning experience for him, and everything is slower than he wants it to be. Dangerous RN, welcome, sir. And good morning. How are you doing today? Hope you are well. Abellis, hi, Will. Isabel from Victoria, BC. Good morning. Gamble, I love the lava lamp. Isn't it pretty cool, huh? I won that in the golf tournament that I was at, not last weekend, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I think it was. I was at the golf tournament. Yeah. I can't keep track of time anymore. I don't have a computer. I do everything on my phone. Dana Schmida. You can do a lot on your phone. You can start a YouTube channel if you have a cell phone and a camera, and most cell phone cameras are better than, quality than some other cameras out there. I know when I started my YouTube channel, I filmed everything originally on a cell phone, and then I moved on to, well, you can't see them. I have a whole bunch of really crappy old digital cameras over there. I didn't have any money to start. Start your own channel, Shemita. Everybody has a voice. Just don't let the haters get to you. I started following a channel that some of you might want to check out, but it's called Pretty in Camo. It has nothing to do with actual camo. It's not a military channel. What part of the world do you stay in, 401? Adrian Best, I am in Washington State. So that'd be the Pacific Coast side of the U.S. I'm originally from Wisconsin, and I live here. You're in Columbia, South Carolina, Adrian? That's cool. I've been to that area. Across the United States. Johanna Joplin, beautiful state. It all depends on where you go in the state. Johanna Joplin. Looking at two different comments at the same time. Yeah, you think I would figure this out by now. Gotta leave. You find people. Billy Huffman. In case I didn't welcome you and say good morning, I'm sorry. But thank you for coming by. I really do appreciate you being here today. And you stay safe out there. What is the weather like here? Let's see. Yesterday was 106. I think it's going to be right about the same temperature. So Washington State, and we'll give you a little geography of the state. Washington State is I think it's the only state in the union that has every climate zone, and whatever they call it. We've got rainforest, we've got desert, we've got semi-desert, we've got high mountain plains, we've got mountains, because of the Rockies and the Cascades. I mean, You can find just about anything here in Washington State, the different climate-wise. I live in an area that has nothing. It's just dead. No, no, I joke, but I live in what's called a high desert plain. So it gets hotter than hell here in the summertime, but very mild winters. It's funny. We get like a half an inch of snow on the ground here, and people freak the hell out. Yeah, same as British Columbia. Long live Cascadia. Oh, all right, Linda. Well, thank you for stopping by today. You have a great day today. You stay safe out there. Enjoy your Minnesota weather. Yeah, Grace, we did. And then everybody, well, I wouldn't say everybody, I shouldn't say that, but quite a few people reported us to YouTube, and that will probably never happen on, well, I shouldn't say that at all. It's probably going to happen. It's that we have to change, and we have to warn people in advance that that's what the content is going on about. He was going to be here this weekend, but it's Labor Day weekend, and he's taking his grandchildren. I think they're going camping and then to some kind of fair. Dana Schmida is in the UK as well. Hot there, no rain. I would love some rain here myself. South Alabama trapped inside because of the hurricane gamble. Worst humidity I ever experienced in my life was in Mobile, Alabama. Walked outside and it absolutely took my breath away. It was just like, what? Coffee with CC? You changed your name? And good morning, CC. Gotta give me a heads up if you're gonna do something like that. How am I gonna know it's really you? Yeah, please definitely stay safe. Holt's Claw. Well, Adrian, I'm going to write that down. If I can get the stupid thing to scroll back up. There it is. Daniel Holt's Claw. I will look into it. No, they don't, CC. They don't like the words crime, and they don't like Oh, I've got a list of not here in front of me, but I have a list of 22 different words that John Smith computers have taken over the world. Yes, because we want them to. In a lot of aspects, we want our lives easier, but we don't realize the bigger ramifications of it. But you have a valid point there, John. I have a list of 22 different words that YouTube objects to in their algorithm. They say they're going to fix it. I don't believe them because I've been waiting 7 months for them to fix it. Can't use them in the description, the name, the title, say them in a video. Yeah. Oh, Cece, you're not the first one to suggest that. And I actually thought about doing that, but then, I was like, you know what? Are they going to, well, obviously, if I did that, they're going to completely demonetize, the video. I'm never going to get monetized for it. That's okay, though. I don't have to get monetized for everything. But then again, if I did all the policies and I talked about all the different things that YouTube is doing, would YouTube then strike back against me for doing it? Bellis, I don't know about flat Earth content. There's a lot of flat earthers out there who are doing their thing. Use code. Oh, Black Rose. Yeah, I don't care about this live stream, and if I did it, I'd probably put them in a live stream. But just off the top of my head, I know you cannot say the following. You cannot say murder, homicide, familicide, familicide, dismemberment. Those are the ones that are right off the top of my head. I know you can't use in the title, description, or say. I think it's within the first minute of a video, because that's their algorithm screens the first 1 minute of everything for keywords that you say within a video, or title, or thumbnail, description. And you can't put links in the description, because if you link to, say, you use a source like ABC News. If you go to ABC News and you actually look at a link to an article, if it's about a homicide, they're going to put the word homicide in there as their key word, or murder in there, and like that, they're going to automatically decide that it cannot be monetized. Yeah, the first minute. That's why. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Dangerous RN. And yes, I agree with you there. But yeah, the first minute. That's why I have the intro, and I'll play a little bit of the video, and then I do the intro, and then I go into the actual video. I'm trying to skip that part of of their algorithm that's looking for the first minute for keywords. And the other thing that they look throughout the entire thing, because their algorithm can come back through. So once they monetize you, if they decide that, then their algorithm is constantly looking to see if your video's content is right. If you curse and if you do other things within the video, it will demonetize it later on, and then you'll lose that appeal most likely. Yeah, Mel has a point there. It's the first 30 seconds, but I don't know if that's what they say. But no, I've had content flagged, and demonetized because something was at the 46-second mark. So as a general rule, I just go 1 minute, into the video before I say any of the keywords or put descriptions or anything else, or I start to get into more of the details in a video. And it really, and if you don't hook the viewer within the first minute of the video, you're going to lose. People are just going to turn it off. They're going to turn off the video. They're not going to watch it because you're not telling them anything that they don't know. And I might have I have to move the actual real content towards the middle and end of the video for anybody to learn anything that I've actually researched and found out about it. But I can't, how do I get them to that point without, it's crazy the way that the algorithm is right now. Good morning, Karen. Uh-oh. You're getting a goat? Is a goat going to get a channel, CC? I get a kick out of the rooster content. Well, they do take a large chunk of, was it 35%? I think it is what it is. It breaks down to CC on Super Chats. So I keep on telling people, if you really want to support our content, support us on Patreon. It's the only way that a lot of channels are going to survive, and it's the only way we're going to get any real, see any funds that actually come to us to support it. Red rum. Red rum. Yeah. Are you going to do a live stream later on so we can see the goat? Yeah, well, CC, that's pretty much what I do. I upload everything to Patreon, and there's a lot of content that I make that is just on Patreon. It'll never get posted on YouTube, and I don't just post it there beforehand. I post it solely just to Patreon. And people don't like it. They're like, well, why is this content only behind a paywall? I don't want to have to pay for it. And I'm like, I can't make this stuff for free. You can't expect me to keep on making the content for free. But I understand at the same time, people want to see this, and they're used to YouTube being an entertainment venue where they can be entertained, and they've never paid for it. At least they don't think they've paid for it. But the truth is, every second that someone is on YouTube or Google, they are making money off of you. They are selling your data to someone else who is then going to advertise to you in another way. And they're going to make money off you. I'm not going to see any of it, but YouTube and Google are certainly going to make their money. I just got a news flash. Apparently, there's been some serious trades in the NFL that are happening right now. For all you NFL fans out there, I'm sure there's a couple of you. Goat. No, Gamble. I'm not. I'll write them down though. J.B. Beasley. Yeah. Thank you, Caitlin. I'm glad you do enjoy Patreon. I Patreon is a great venue, but apparently I will never get. I'll never understand Patreon. And I have people who come to my Patreon and they support my Patreon. I'm not talking about you, directly. I'm just talking in general here. I have people who come to my Patreon. They say they pledge a certain amount, and like today is the last day of the month. Excuse me. But the last day of the month, I will see no less than 10 people who will drop their patronage today before midnight. They will drop their patronage today to nothing, and then they will be back in 3 days. And they drop their patronage because they think they can beat the Patreon's credit card and debit card charges. So like, okay, if I drop on the last day of the month and I come back on the third, he still gives me the same content for free. It happens every month, and it's happened every month since I've had a Patreon account. I have the same people who do it over and over again. So it must work. So I guess if you really want to get free content from someone and you don't want to pay for it, you do that. I'll never understand why. Lori K, I saw FB where someone asked why we aren't seeing a funeral for Epstein. I don't know. I couldn't answer that one. Don't know anything about the Epstein funeral. Haven't looked into it. I've been too much working on other cases. Get a will. Oh, Red Rum. No, they charge them the first time, but when they come back, I don't know if they're getting charged then. If when they come back again. But then again, I have a lot of them who start off at $25, and then they'll drop, and then they come back, and then they join for $1, and then halfway through the month they go to $25, but they're not charged that until the end of the month, and then I know these people are gaming the system somehow. It's got to be working out for them. But CC, you have 4 patrons now. I have to go back over and check out your Patreon today. Make you a deal. I'll do that right after this live stream, CC. I haven't sent you a super chat or anything in a while, and I'm sorry about that as well. I really do want to support your content and your channel. I know I don't have to, but I want to. That's the difference, CC, is I want to. Oh, Gamble, I'll definitely look into it. Red Rum. She has one Patreon? Dog me Jesus. Good morning. You don't want to deal with the trolls? Oh, CC, yeah, you can definitely do that. You can go on the left-hand side and you can block patrons from doing it. I seriously have thought about doing it to them, but I don't know. I guess the dollar that I do get from them, and I just try not to let it bother me. Here's an example. So, like I said, the last day of the month. As of this morning, at the first one was at 1:06 a.m. my time. I had a $25, a $1, a $5, a 10, a 10, a 10, and a $5 Patreon supporter all drop. and they clicked on some other reason for the reason why they're leaving. You go over to, on the left-hand side underneath patrons, you go down from there to relationship manager, and then you can then click on exit survey, and it tells you. And month after month after month, I see the same names do the same thing. Nah. I do. I'm in the process of making another video right now, and well, I've already shot it. I'm just have to finish up the editing, where I'm going to give a shout out to all the other channels that support my channel. So subscribers who are, other channels that I've checked out. I've looked at their content, watched quite a few of their videos. And like I was saying, so the newest one that I subscribe to all these channels. Is the newest one is Pretty in Camo. It has nothing to do with the military. It's just a lady, and I don't know her name yet. I'm hoping that I will get that eventually. But she makes cooking videos, and she does a little bit of DIY and other craft stuff. It interests me. I like the way she does her content, and she expresses herself through this media format. So, but she's a subscriber of mine, and I saw it on a list, and I started watching her videos, and I think I've watched 20, 25 of her videos so far since she subscribed. But I'm making a video, and I'm going to give a shout out to all these other channels that are out there that subscribe to mine. It's up to you if you want to subscribe, because I can't say for sub, but these people subscribe to me already, and if I can, push, or coerce people to check out their channels, especially these smaller channels. I know what it's like. I'm not, so high and mighty, that I've forgotten what it's like to start off a YouTube channel and grow, and how it's a drudge every single day to try to get to that first 100 subscribers, and then the first 1,000 to and then eventually somewhere between 1,000 and 10,000. YouTube will eventually get around to monetizing your content, so you can earn a little bit of money off of the ads. And then the best way to do this, I really think, is if we all just work together and we say, you know what, screw what YouTube wants to do. We work together. We have a better community. Oh, The Shining. Me too, Michelle. I'm sorry. I'm doing a lot of this and not doing enough of this. Quran, Quran Perth. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Is it Karen with a C? Perth? Red rum. Red rum. Welcome and good morning. I'm going to eventually have to answer these stupid messages that I'm getting. I'm getting messages that are not YouTube related that keep on popping up on my phone. I'm going to eventually have to answer them. Your last, hello, LOL, my name wasn't stolen. No, but some of us remember what your name used to be. Well, at least your YouTube name. Nearly 12 there, where you are. It is 8:54 a.m. where I am. Dangerous RN. Well, sir, I can absolutely 100% tell you you are correct. The firearm laws here are absolutely freaking retarded because the people on the west side of the state have got their heads up their effing. I'm self-bleeping myself here. It's a lot cheaper to live here, though. It is, sir. A lot cheaper to live here than it is there. My stupid fly brought in another stupid fly with him, so now I have two stupid flies. Uh-oh. Well, Regina Michelle from Aberdeen. I've been to Aberdeen quite a few times. Sorry about your area over there. A lot of that has been, it's not the way it was in, the first time I went to the Aberdeen area was probably 1985, somewhere in there. And I was back that way not too long ago, about a couple of years ago. A lot of the areas have changed. Rain Dancer 98405, Tacoma, Washington. Rain Dancer is right up there by my buddy Tim. Am I golfing today, Karen? Well, I don't know. One of the multiple messages that I have to eventually get back to and respond to is from my golfing partners, people I normally golf with. I don't know if they plan on going golfing or not. If they don't, I might go out to the golf course and hit some golf balls. Yeah. It is the Kurt Cobain area, Aberdeen, isn't it? What's up? Lisa Gunter, you love swatting flies? I hate flies. Golf ball abuse. Yeah. My phone died. I'm back. Yeah. Well, welcome back, Cece. New subscriber? Thank you for subscribing. Do you pronounce it Brunoid? N? Well, when you and your spouse are traveling, if you stay in area, I'll do a dinner. I thank you again for the offer, Rain Dancer. We only get up that way to the Seattle Tacoma area maybe once a year. We have a lot of friends who live in the West Seattle area, and then we have a lot of friends who live in the Everett and Mukilteo area. And then going down from Tacoma, down along the coast to Chehalis, Centralia, that way all the way to Vancouver. So kind of like an L and then going over to Spokane. John Smith says, I love John. You have to love yourself, I guess, if you're talking about yourself. I love myself. Oh, Lisa Gunter, I love you, John. So, there's look at Tammy Kittrell loves John, too. There's a lot of love for John. Do you love me? John Smith? Do I love John Smith? I don't know who John Smith is. So, do I love you, John Smith? Sure. I love John Smith. I don't know who you are. Do you, Will? Did you come to a Victoria a while back? 2 weeks ago? Creeps. Give the love. We all love John Smith. Are we talking about the beer? Because the only John Smith I can think of is the beer. And do I love John Smith, the beer? Yeah, definitely. Are we talking about John Smith as in, no, we're not talking about the beer. We're only talking about John Smith, the person. Okay, I love you, John Smith, the person. And John Smith, the beer? Hell yes. I could use a pint of that right now. Thank you, John Smith. John Smith, Mormon? Oh, is that the Mormon person too? I'm not Mormon. My nephew is, though. I'll tell you a crazy story about my nephew, who is Mormon. He just got married and didn't tell his mom, his dad, me, nobody that's actually close to him. Just out of the blue, like a week ago, just went out and got married. We knew his girlfriend, but we didn't know that they're engaged, and we certainly didn't know they were getting married, and they just did it. I was like, don't they have to go through some kind of ceremony through the church or something? No one knew. Not his elders, nothing. And apparently that's something in the church for the Mormons. You are the John Smith, the one and only. That's cool. Karen Welch, you still have a couple of days off? That's cool. Enjoy your days off. My glasses? Yeah, the worst part is I have to take the glasses off to see the glasses. Chesterfield. Bye, Ramona. You stay safe out there, Ramona, and thank you again for stopping by. I really appreciate it. It's nice to see you again. We're going to wrap things up here pretty soon because I have to get going because, well, the family is getting awake. It's 9 o'clock here, and they want to go have breakfast. Black Rose 11 is John. Are you a troll? I don't know. Even if he is a troll, he hasn't done or said anything wrong. So he's welcome here just like everybody else. I will take care. Thank you very much. Everyone, bride thought she was pregnant. Not there. Not with him. He was saving himself for marriage. Good kid. A little weird. I don't understand the church. Don't want to. I will, Lori K. Thank you very much. Oh, Rain Dancer. All right, everyone. Barness, thank you again for stopping by. I will have a marvelous weekend, and everyone stay safe. So, Cece, if you there you are. I'm going to go check out your Patreon here as soon as I end this live stream. So, everyone, I know it's going to look like I'm still here, but trust me, I'm still on the stream, but I have to shut down multiple programs that I have running in the background for analytics. So I'm still here, but you won't actually see this ugly face. Everyone, have a great day today.